Today, it's time to get my hands on diamond tools in my Minecraft Forever world. I've set up a progression system to keep the early game fun, and we're getting close to day 100, the day I unlock diamond gear. So to prepare, I'm building a diamond mine with a storage area for everything I dig up, and a minecart track that runs all the way to the bottom of the world. For this mine, I of course want to use this cave here, which I've been using to already get my stone resources and all of the ores, as it already goes down to at least the deep state level. And of course we could divert the path, just lead into and start our mine up here. I think I've got a better idea. With the dip we have in the terrain here that I kind of just ugly bridged over last time because I was too lazy to fix up the terrain. What if we bring in a bridge right here and then connect the path up to over there and have that be the entrance into the mine? And then we'll figure out whatever this is. Now, I don't want to go too complicated on this. And we might even have enough tuff laying around. As we just craft this down a little bit. Yep, okay, never mind. We did not have enough tuff. Do I have any more? Nope. Alright. Down into the cave then. I can just gather up another stack of this. We'll probably be back down here in a little bit, gathering up even more, but at least this should be enough for our bridge. Back up from that, we can just finish crafting down the final stuff we need. At least of our chuff items. Gonna need a bit more stone than I already have, so might as well get that cooking up. Oh, we even have a little bit in here. We grabbed up a few of these into stone bricks here. Gonna need a few more stairs, slabs for us. Just need to get a bit more coal here, as I'm all out of that. Might be the fact that I'm making a few too many coal blocks around here, but it's fine. It's all decorational. It all looks good. Didn't want to do this, but crafting up another iron pick. I'm gonna head down into the cave again, as I need to gather up a bit more stone. And oh, I already have a bunch of moss in here that I haven't gathered. Really can't wait for our diamond tools here, but we're still on day 83, which means I still have another 17 days until I can craft my first ones. But we are getting closer and closer, at least, as we gather up a bit more stone here. And I reckon a stack and a half should be about all we need. I'm just building some of this up here. We are making a bridge, and it is very customary on this channel that we also accompany this one bridge with a lodestone. So we gotta make that, and then we can use iron. Oh, this is a great day. A great day. No more netherite for stupid lodestones. Just been putting together some leftover path building blocks from the previous episode, and I think I have everything. I do want a bit more packed mud though, which does mean I need some more wheat. And while our field has grown, I wonder though if we might already have a bit in storage. Well, 7. I think we have even more in the base, but might as well give the wheat field a little harvest. Here we go. Takes a little bit to replant it. Now we gotta go for a little nap. And I should probably install like a little bone meal maker in here. But for now, let's just put the wheat in. And, well, I have no iron, so I can't really make one. I really need to get this mine up and running. But with that, I think there's one more thing that I thought could be cool, as I have updated to 1.21.9 now, which means I have access to copyright stuff. And how do you... Wait, can I feel like I've seen them somewhere. Wait, I think... Is that orange? It is. Let's just grab some of these. Oh, that's where I've seen them. Well, at least I got to take the horse out for a spin, and it's pretty fast. Okay. So if we grab... Well, we may grab a copper block. Then I think I also need some shears, which I don't... And I have no iron. No! Right, most of the iron from that cave is definitely depleted towards the top, so... Please. Ouch. Oh, I've been down here, apparently. Right, this cave really goes down deep fast. Perfect. Now I gotta find my way back out of here. Oh, right. Of course I had a little bit of iron just laying around in here. Cool. Yep. Well, at least we have a little bit more now, which means... Okay, let's see. So if I place that pumpkin... Oh, it makes a chest for me. It's so... Oh my god, it spins. I have not had a close look at them, and this is amazing. Hi, buddy. Oh, you're already oxidizing, right? You know what? I've got to find a use for you. I'm so cool. Maybe we can make like an automatic sorting system, multi-item sorter for the mines. Oh, so much to think about. Anyways, let's just grab a few bits of honeycomb here, and I think I'm just gonna let this guy oxidize down and become a statue. I really want to build with a statue. I'm pretty sure you can't craft them, at least not to my knowledge. Look at all these. I don't really get why we have copper armor. How good is that compared to iron? Iron is still definitely a lot better. Right. With the copper golem distraction aside, let's get to work digging the dip in the terrain a little deeper so that we can actually fit a path underneath the bridge. Path which, like planned, I'm stretching out from the ending at the stables to go through the bottom of the gap we've now created. Where I'm left with trying to patch this up, of course, which is where our stone blocks come in. And I figure we just start with mainly some stone and tough bricks to start creating the shape here for us. But we don't have a lot of space to work with, so we're going with fairly simple. I think we can bring in some polished tuff here right above this, and also our lodestone, just to give it a bit more load bearing, and we can build up the other side in a similar fashion. Then continue with this palette, also incorporating some mossy stone bricks to add a bit of age as I extend up the rest of the bridge arc. Where we've got a pretty awkward shape going, and I feel like this, yeah, it's gonna raise a few problems here for us as we try to connect. Like, theoretically we couldn't walk through there, but seeing a little gap, ooh, it isn't that nice, is it? Oh wait, I have an idea. Just gonna see, do I have any glass? Do not think so. Right, let's get 8 of these then cooking. Oh right, they changed the dye texture as well. We need light gray, just need to wait for this. These 8 pieces, of course, then making some light gray and light gray panes after that. And I'm think we should be able to use this right about here just to get this little extension on it, and when you walk in here it doesn't feel as empty since we also have the gray tone. Yeah, I think that works really well. Back down here, this is looking a little rough, so I think can we just bring out a little bit of stone, make sure we light this up, and we can start just bringing this up a little bit here, creating a few rocks for ourselves to just border the edge of the bridge. Let's just incorporate a little bit of andesite here towards the top, just lighten that up a little bit. Same thing on the side, and I do have a few tough pieces that we can just put down here towards the bottom. And then in my bundle I've got copper bars, where I'm thinking as like a little entrance thing into the mine, if we add in some of those right there, and then we also connect some of these from over here going out, which is why I put some stairs here, just so that that doesn't connect up. Sometimes I really wish you just had a debug stick in survival. It would make so many building techniques possible, but I feel like that makes a little sense. And you could kind of close off the mine and make sure that, you know, whoever doesn't just walk down in here, and that's looking a little rough, but we are further down at least, so we got to start. Ooh, and also still don't know what to do with the space here behind me fully, but if we just bring that in and then some tuff above this as I had a little bit over, we can just put a little retaining wall there, and maybe we open this up to an open pit mine lake. Oh, I just don't know yet. Let's see, we'll get back to that. That's future projects. For now, we should probably keep clearing away a few blocks here. Extended down the pathway a little further as I dug as well, and I think this space is perfect. I'm envisioning a little building right here to be a storage, and well, the entrance down into the rest of the mine. And ooh, I think I still have a little bit of chuff left over. Where to end this path, I'm thinking we can take a little bit of this brick and moving into some tuff with a little rounded off feature. And oh right, I don't have a pickaxe. Just up to this level, and then we can bring in the polished tough slabs just above that. And I think this will be like the start of the wall of that building, which we should probably start heading off and getting some resources to build up, because well, we are fast approaching 100 days, and I'd really like to get this building done before that, so that we can get down into the caves with our new diamond pickaxes. Oh, I'm so excited, mainly just to have more durability. So with our inventory cleaned up, I've got a bunch of oak in my storage that we can get started with crafting down. I want to use a ton of spruce as well, which I don't have. So start scaling the spruce trees outside to gather up some spruce logs. Then on our way down, also stripping them, as I want to use a bunch of stripped spruce. Heading back inside, crafting down our spruce bits. And since we are on the newest version of Minecraft, I really want to use some shelves in this build, and well, a fairly expensive recipe, so hope I don't fall in love with them. Oh well, only time will tell on that point. For now, I'm literally all out of iron, so a trip into a nearby cave as I desperately need to restock. Back at the surface, let's throw this in the blast furnace to smelt down, which once that's done, I can craft some chains and a lantern. Got a bit of iron left over, and it might be smart to make a few more blast furnaces for the mining storage to faster smelt some ores down. Definitely also going to need another pickaxe, as the next thing on my list is stones, and I figured we would tackle 2 birds with 1 stone, clearing away more space for the mine entrance and restocking on cobble. Broke nearly both by picks, but definitely got enough stone now, and we can start to smelt some of this down. And after crafting another pickaxe, I'm down deeper into the caves as I need to restock on tough, because it wouldn't be a stand build without some. And I've just... please... yeah, it's just a zombie one, but still a spawner nonetheless. Oh well, moving on from that, I broke my new pickaxe as well, as I had to get more tough than I thought. So a quick stop at the surface to craft down what we already have to work with, and to see what still needs to be gathered. And I've got nearly everything, but need a new pickaxe so that I can gather up a bit more deep slates, and before heading up, also getting some andesite. Now there is one final resource I need after all that, which requires a bit of a travel, so we'll go get our 14-speed horse I now have, which I definitely want to keep reading to get a max speed one. But this is definitely fast enough to get us over to the coral reef, where we can get ourselves a little boat to get out to the coral reef, where we can start slowly but surely gathering dead brain coral. Although this is taking it's a sweet time without enchantment, so back to shore to craft some doors so that I can mine much faster on the water and not have to go for air constantly. Resources move down to the cave entrance, where I want to grab some tough coral, stone, and andesite, and start building up the front facade of the storage, going from our darker blocks in the tough through the coral into our stones, and then eventually into our andesite here, where I think we can just take a few stone slabs just to round off the entrances into the storage a little more. What we can do right here towards the top is we can bring in a few stone stairs just to add in a little bit of depth difference up here, and we can stretch it into our andesite, going all the way across, extend the walls around, where my thought process here is that this is sort of a storage that's been carved out of the rock wall, which doesn't make sense considering it's going out a little bit over here, but you know, for the lore wise, that's what it is, and they've just dug this open. Yep, it makes sense. Okay, so let's just keep working this here, where we can extend in just a little bit of that, and then I want to go in with mainly cobblestone for this next bit, but we can also just sprinkle in a little bit of gravel around just to break it up that little bit. As much as I do want this just carved out of the stone, I also want to extend up some wood here in the middle, as if we just continue this up a little bit more, I want to add in a little bit of a structure here on the top side as well, where after our oak logs, I'm thinking we can take some spruce trapdoors and start creating some arches here together with some spruce stairs, getting another set of those in right over here. Maybe just to throw in a little bit more detail here on the front, we can bring in some spruce fences as well, just to add in even more layers of depth to the build, where on the inside of this we can take some oak trap doors. I'm gonna leave this one here as I think I want to show the chimney coming through, but for now on the rest of these we'll just get some oak trap doors in for the actual window part, so it's not entirely closed off and can still sort of air out this storage, but it also is sort of enclosed. Then I guess it makes sense just to have a little bit of something here where we can just extend in a little walkway and this ladder coming on down. Not sure what to put up here. Probably just gonna leave it blank, maybe like a bed, but I also don't think it's that necessary. Then that's gonna be where the chimney is, and we can just take a few spruce trapdoors to just go around the rest. Threw in a little railing in there now, and I just want to take a few of our stripped spruce logs and planks just to texture some walls up here. Why not just throw in another little opening here on the short side as well, just to finish these walls off. Throwing in a deep slate tuff slab roof on this then to keep it fairly simple. Before extending up a tough brick chimney out of the base, which at the bottom here, we can take some of our regular furnaces and some of our blast furnaces and get a little smelting wall going. Then I have chests, and well, theoretically, I need a lot of hoppers, but I don't have said hoppers yet. So instead, we're just going to get the wall of chests in for now, and this will be our mine storage that I want to have a minecart hooked up to. I've done a water stream in the past, and that's fun and all, but if we can get a minecart running up and down from the caves, I feel like that just looks so much more fun. So that's why this is hopefully for. We'll see if I can figure that out. It requires some redstone, and well, a redstone component, which requires nether quartz. So I am a little unsure on how we're gonna do this, but I think I have an idea. But that's a future problem, soon problem, I guess. As a current one is the lighting situation in here. So I think we just extend on a little chain from the stair here to put a lantern on, throw a little pot underneath here, and this is all looking really open at the moment, and this is where I want to use our shelves. Not for the purpose of the shelves, which truth be told I haven't tried out, but I did craft up a few oak ones in case I want to try using it. But if we grab the shelves, we grab some trapdoors, we grab some glass panes. Wait, vision is we take these and we show the backside going out, and we run this up and down. And to save on these, we'll just skip on the edges up there for now, as well they are fairly expensive, as each one of these is theoretically a stripped spruce log. And stripped logs, although I do have 4 remaining, so might as well just throw these in then. Then we can use some trapdoors to create the doors themselves inside of this. Looking at these, I really got to try making some actual doors with these, because these looks really supported. I feel like that could be really fun. But for now, we'll just open this up with the trapdoors, as I don't want to use too many shelves just yet, although I'm afraid I am falling in love with them, which sucks that they're made with stripped logs. Anyways, I was thinking we can use our light gray glass here on the outside just to round the edges off and sort of blend these two colors a little bit together, and it just brings the stone out a little more so we don't have as much wood showing. And I really like this. Maybe throw in a little bit of coal here on the side, and then I think if we grab this, and I guess we could theoretically, if we were to place this here, we can have a little barrel perhaps, and then we can put a little shelf in the front of this, so that would change that, but that changes back. And I guess we could put like a minecart here, because this is where the minecart's going to be. We're just going to go down there and down into the cave. We've just cleaned this up a little bit here now, and added in this little crafting bench out here, a little pile, and like they're moving some stone about. And well, okay, how much of the things do I have? I would love to put a copper statue right there, but this guy refuses to age. I'm not sure if I'm doing anything wrong. I thought I just placed this into the world, and well, it's gonna age down, because I don't know if there's a recipe. Is there a recipe to make like statues? No, it's just extremely slow to age, because the chest is still here, but not you. Anyways, we have a few rails, which is great. Definitely nowhere near enough. And yeah, we have 5 iron, and I need about a lot more than that at least. And well, I'm probably gonna need more gold as well, but we're better off on gold. And if we just have a peek, ooh, we're at day 97. I really want to go mining, but I'd also really want to get a diamond pick before. So I've got a little side project where I've got a few materials here for a little tree, but I'm missing pale oak. And well, I have not found a pale oak biome yet, so I think we should do some exploring. Hopefully we'll find that pretty soon, so that I can get back and make some diamond tools. Just need to craft up a bit more food before we head out. And if my memory's not mistaken, well, I know there is a dark oak forest off towards spawn, and maybe there is a small pale oak hiding in there. Now, as I'm riding through the forest here, I am realizing I forgot a bed. Not ideal going to a pale oak biome, as that's like literally the only time they're dangerous, but they do become fairly dangerous, especially with no armor, I reckon. I'm just gonna find the dark oak forest as well. I figure if we get up on this peak here, we might be able to see if there's a pale oak biome, although I really doubt it. I feel like I've seen most of... Oh no, just gotta go around that. Yeah, I think that's where spawn is, and I do not see any grayed out trees. Right, well, since I forgot a bed, I'm going to continue this way anyways, because there are a few villages over here that I looted. Oh boy. All right. Let's not do any more tree climbing. That's the dangers of having a high jump horse. All right, made my way out of the forest. And there should be a village just over here somewhere. Just gotta avoid all the mobs that's now spawned in. Oh, there we go. I think this is even where I got my first bed. Yep, even from this house, perhaps. All right, sorry, buddy. This is now mine. Now, I've already seen most of the area over here, and there are some peaks over here, so I feel like if we can get over this way and get up on some high ground, maybe we'll spot another dark oak biome. That's like the only thing I kind of have to go off. Oh, boy. Oh, I really wish horses could just swim. Should have brought a lead, shouldn't I? And more. Oh, is that dark oak? Oh, pale oak. Yes. Haha. I've really got so many good biomes nearby. I think I've got all the wood types within like 2,000 blocks of my base. I don't know how far out this way I am now, though. Yeah, I'm about 1,000, 2,000 blocks away. Right, but it should be pretty safe now. It's daytime and after all. And since they only spawn at night, we should just be able to ride on up here and steal a few trees. Ooh, it immediately gets a little moody. Right, I really don't need a lot of this, but I'd rather not have to make this trip too often, so should probably also just get a sapling, well, or 4 saplings. Stacking a bit here, a few saplings, and some pale moss. This should do. And I want to head out here before it actually turns to... Ooh, that's very interesting. Maybe this will be the first time I actually transform one of those, although that feels like it'd be a pain. Also, something I kind of want to do, I've got Voxy installed. I kind of want to summit that peak over there and see if I can see my house, although it might be covered by the mountain right next to it. But if nothing else, I figured we can stop by this summit here and just grab up a bunch of iron, which we can use to create some rails to get down into the cave, and also all of those hoppers that I need. Reaching the summit here, got a stack and a half of iron, and oh my god, you can see so far with Voxy. It's amazing. Can I don't really know if I can see my base or not. It is very far. Okay, so that's the... I can see the mangrove swamp. That's... Okay, hold up. I'm gonna turn off the clouds here. Okay, so that's the savanna all the way out there. Or the mangrove swamp and the far end of it. So you can see the coral reef and everything. And then I think my base... It's... Oh, yeah, it's behind this mountain that I can't see past, unfortunately. That's insane. Right, now I just gotta find my way down here and find my horse again. As well, we are on day 99, and I'd like to get back to the base before day 100. And oh, my horse has gone mountain summiting himself. Great. Driving back just in time. Put the horse away in the stables. Alright, run upstairs. Got to sleep in the proper bed for this one, as we are currently at day 99. Head on in here. Waking up on day 100 in this world, which means we've unlocked the next milestone. And oh, I'm so excited about this, as my pickaxe is already broken, so we can head on in here where I've got a few diamonds already, and we can finally craft a diamond tool. Oh, that feels good. And I mean, we have 10 more diamonds, so you know, should craft that shovel and then axe as well, right? Then we have 6 to play around with for now. Probably end up making more pickaxes, as well, I'm not gonna have access to mending, or at least not easy access to mending, until day 500 when we unlock villagers. Might have to start fishing. We'll see how annoying it gets, but I also can't enchant anything for another 50 days, so well, at least we have diamond tools. And before we go and try to get more resources to build our rails down into the cave, let's put the pale oak to use, building up a small birch tree between the mine and starter house. And if you are new here, first of all, welcome, and second of all, if you are enjoying, consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and I'm getting really close to 100k now. And I do really like that it blocks the sightline here of the starter base a little bit from over that direction, because it just gives a bit more interesting going over this direction. But now I've been putting it off for a little too long, and I want to start working on the actual rails, which means I first have to spend a little bit of time cutting down a few spruce trees. 4 stacks of spruce should definitely be enough, at least for now. I really hope I don't need more than that. And if we just throw this away real quick, my plan is if we head down here and we craft up a few spruce planks, I want to start laying out the layout for the track, and I just need to get this all the way down. I should probably have a few tracks on me just in case I need to test how they work, because knowing me, I'm probably going to mess something up, and then when I come to lay the track, something's not going to work and I'm going to have to redo it, and it's going to be annoying. But after grabbing a few tracks, we could just extend this down into the cave, at least down to the deep state level. Well, this is getting a little dangerous. I'm just curious if there are any shriekers down here. Otherwise, I don't see a problem why we wouldn't. If think we're fine. Considering here now, instead of going very, very much not down, we'll just start digging instead. And we'll send this down a bit straighter. But this is looking pretty good now, at least as a start. We're definitely going to need to add a lot of support to this, but I think this will be a fun way to get up and down from the mines. Now, luckily for me, we aren't covering a great amount of distance going up and down, but we are covering about a span of a bit over 100 blocks, maybe even more than that. We definitely need a couple of tracks, and I actually think we might have enough iron for this, as I'd like to get... where the... Oh, I don't have the recipe in the recipe book, right? It's been a while since I used the recipe book. There we go. I think that should be enough regular rails for us. And gold. We got 28. Ooh, we're definitely on the low side. But if we grab some redstone... Oh, we actually have 5 there as well. How many can we make? 35. Yeah, that's probably not going to cut it. Probably not at all. But it's going to be a start. And I'm going to need a bunch of levers as well, as that's how I want to power. And I also want to, as we're going through and doing this, I want to grab a few stairs and slabs, as I'd like to switch out some of the full blocks that we currently have into these. And I guess we'll start here at the top and we'll work our way down. And final 3 power tracks. And we're at Y level 19. So still got another 80 to go, which means I probably need about double, if not even a little more than double. And well, I guess there's no real point in me heading up, as we've got to head down and get some more gold together. Oh, I really hope this isn't going to be too hard. And oh, I have 1 torch. I do have wood though, so hopefully we can find some gold. Even better. Oh, it's another spawner. And more diamonds, but I don't really care much about the diamonds right now because I have all the tools I need. And it goes deeper. Oh, great. Wait, I'm wondering... That's there. I was hearing a zombie down here. And I found some iron, which led into this cave. Is this... So that's like right over there. Where is... Oh, I could probably make a double spawner here. If I stand somewhere in here, I feel like I could trigger both of those. So opening this up here, that's definitely triggered. If I'm standing over here, is that still triggered? Oh, I don't know, actually. Not here, but here it is. And then I'm hoping that this is down here. Although, I mean, I'm hoping it's a skeleton. I didn't even see that. Oh, diamonds. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's a double one. I'm in a very, very interesting spot here, though. That is very interesting. Oh, okay. Well, they are there. That might be a little too far for one of them. Well, I mean, that's definitely a double spawner, but this is active here. I feel like this is going to be too far, unfortunately. But then again, I'm pretty sure this one might still be active if I'm down like here. There's, however, this annoying chest in the way. Okay, so it's not active here. Okay, here it's active. I feel like, no, that's definitely too far. It sucks. Well, it's a double spot at least. And I've got 36 more gold, which means we can get about as many as we already had. So I think I should get a bit more. 2 more crafts here, and I think that might make us to the bottom. Also got some detect rails now, and a minecart to help us go down. I think I also have a... Yes, a minecart with a chest. And I wonder, couldn't we just theoretically get down there using this? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, I think I might be starting to run out. Oh no, please. No, I'm gonna need more. Yep, we're out there and I need to get down. Is this the last turn? Oh, it is. Okay. Well, we were really close, weren't we? I think I have enough gold upstairs. I'm just gonna... I don't even think I can get a minecart started here. Also, wait, actually, is there just any gold right down here? Oh, we only had 3. No. I thought I had enough up here. Well, I guess I gotta go down again then. Okay, got 12 more tracks. This should be enough to finish this down here and up at the top afterwards. Just need to run this down. Then I want to just make this a little bit complicated down here, where we can have a small little area where I can have my minecart, which is going to be right here with a little button. Then off in this side, I want to have a polished deep slate with a fence gate, and this will make sense very, very soon. Just need a few more blocks over this direction, and then a detector rail right there, regular one, and then powered going into that block. We can just power that from there, and this we now need to make into a turn, which should sit... I think that's fine. Then if we run a signal from here, and oh right, we are at bedrock, hopefully, otherwise we're gonna have to move this up. Okay, I can get down there. I need to place a torch on the side of a block right here, which we can run the redstone into, up and into that. Now, when there's a minecart sitting here, I want this track to be facing the other way. So I want it to be, no, don't want that. I want this. And then when there's not a minecart here, I want that to be like that. And now like that. It will work if I were to press a button here. This should go up to the surface, although I don't want it to go up to the surface. So if I press that, that should flip. Yeah, and that works. But it doesn't work fully because now I can't get here. Because I'd imagine this is just always going to sit here. So yeah, we would need it to be like this. And then I need another way to get out. So if this were to now arrive, I'd sit here and I could click that and okay, it needs more power. Maybe I could just swap this out for another one of those that would go around. Okay, let's just give it even more. Put one of those in there. Now send me up and over and over and up we go. Okay, that works. Oh, where did my micro go? Oh, no. Oh, right. Well, that's going to go all the way down. And what this means now is that we could theoretically put items in here, click this button, and send this off upstairs. That's going to go up, unload, and then it's going to come back down and go back and sit in here. Will I use it a lot? No idea. I hope so. But obviously, I can't get up right now because I'd be waiting for this. Otherwise, we're probably going to collide and yada yada. But this is a nice start of a system, at least. Come on to the track in now here. And how much iron have I got from all this digging I've been doing? Oh, another 22 in each of those. None in here. A bit of gold there. Oh, I also have already a lot of wood on me because I need to make another couple of chests. As I need a few more hoppers. Well, I need a few hoppers. I haven't made any hoppers yet. That's 24. 25. I think I need 26 if my math is mathin', which, oh, well, I'm gonna need 25, right? Yeah, and we definitely have that, so it's just a matter of waiting a little bit. And 26. Perfect. Okay, what I want to do then, as I mentioned earlier, is bring in these behind the chests here, just pointing into all of them, and have a line going across like that, into that, and into there. And I have some acacia trapdoors just to cover this up, and also I'm gonna need an extra stone block where I'm thinking we can just take this along. We'll cover all of that up, bring back the stone in there, cover that up, and then I have one more trapdoor, so let's just throw it in over on this end, which means you can kind of see the minecart arriving. Now down here, if we just stretch out this a little bit, and I think I just need to extend this signal a little bit between here and there. We'll just add in that on maybe like a vortex delay. Shouldn't really matter. I'm gonna need a comparator. Yes, I'm gonna need a comparator because otherwise I'm also gonna end up there. Oh no, don't want that. And yeah, we need another comparator up here, and that's a problem. So I don't have access to the nether for, well, another 144 days. I think I have an idea. Before that though, I want to go back down the tracks and just add in a bunch of fences to give the entire structure a whole lot more support rather than it just being a noodle of spruce planks going down into the depths of the ground. And even with the rain here, just looking down, we now longer have our noodle. And I just need to restock a little bit of food. We need to head down over to the wheat storage where I think, yeah, we have a few stacks just laying around. And craft up a few more stacks of bread. And, ooh, wait, another thing I should get. I need to go get a pair of shears. And having a little bit of wool might be a really good move here. Pull up on the minecart and go on down. We won't go the entire way, though. As my hope is we can kind of just run around the cave system I found to hopefully find what I'm looking for. And yeah, if you're thinking about where I'm about to go, you're probably right. Oh, I guess we'll head off in this direction as this is the way I've explored less, and it also seems that this is the way that is more deep dark. At least down there. Maybe not. I think I'm too high up. Yeah, there's too much dripstone here. Oh, I should have brought a shield. Not that it's going to help me if, well, the inevitable happens. It would help me getting there, if there even is one down here. Because right now, there's just a lot of dripstone and a water cave, okay? But I might be mistaken. There doesn't seem to be any deep dark over here, so... There isn't any in the other direction either. I'd rather not have to just go mine... Oh, mine... Spoke too soon. I'd rather would not have to go mine for a ancient city because... Oh, that's a shrieker. Alright, that's the only one within this range, right? I think so. Should have brought a hoe with me. Really would not like to set up a shrieker right now. That would be... Oh, okay, well, I can't mine this. Okay, I guess we'll just carry on then. Okay, well, that's what I'm looking for. I really hope it has what I need it to have. Just need to figure out how to get down here without activating anything. I think I'm going to be really careful about this one. I don't really care about looting any chests. There's not much I can find that would be useful for me in chests. I'm here for another reason. Okay, let's get in the middle where all the wool is so we can move at least a little faster. Okay, there's the middle. I've never actually checked this part of an ancient city before, I don't think. Oh, there's so many candles. I want the candles so bad. Don't take the candle stamp. I need to find my way underground here. Is that an entrance? I think so. Yes. Okay, inside here, please let there be wool on the floor. There is, okay. Yes, there are redstone components. I'm looking... Oh, comparator. Yes. To my knowledge, this is the only way that I can get my hands on one of these at the moment. And even these. Ooh, okay, we're good. This is a sticky piston. Oh, I want that. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. And here, though, are there any more comparators? Yes, repeaters are cheap craft. I don't think I'm going to take those. And I can also make them at the moment. I need 2. I wonder if there are any more. Because having some extra ones would not be a bad thing. I wonder, is that a repeater? Yeah, that's a repeater. All right, well, I think there is only 2 in here. Oh, I really want these sticky pistons, but... Oh, that's so risky. I mean, I could just take the hit, right? Didn't activate. Take... Okay, right. Well, I'm counting my lucky stars, and I think it's time to get out of here. I just need to remember where on earth I came from. No, one chest. I think this is the only shriekers. I'm just going to remove this. Oh, not ideal. I won't lie. That's fine. It's only 1. We still have 2 more. And, I don't know, some candles, I guess. All right, let's get out of here. Hoping this won't trigger one. Run. Back up at the surface now. My hope is that I can put this here. If I send you up now, you're going to go and sit there. Yes. Please don't detect me. If I sit in it, it also goes here. Okay. If I were to send a minecart with a chest with any item in it, it also goes there. Is the delay too much maybe? Oh, that one went forward. Great. Okay. Question is, was that the delay? Okay, I did not go forwards. Good. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, then I just need a bit more redstone. As we head up here and over this way a little bit. Yes, that should be the hopper. Yeah, okay. What I think we can do here is we have a comparator going out of that hopper, which will detect if there's items in here. And if there's items in here, we want it to unpower a redstone torch, which can power this block, which can then power the redstone repeater, which actually probably will work. Let's see, is the minecart gone? No, the minecart's still there. Oh, do you know why? I'm not sure if it has a rail. No, it doesn't. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Place that there. That's powered. Should have the minecart with a chest here. That should now go all the way down. And let's just follow it. Shouldn't catch it. And hopefully when we get down there, we should switch the track. And I should park where I park. And it should park where it parks. I know, it makes a lot of sense, right? And yep. That worked, right? And then we add a loader system to this eventually, but let's just throw a few things in here that, oh, I've been mining, I've got some stone, I've got that, some iron, and I keep the rest of the junk on me. But if we press this button, that sends it off, and now we just need to wait for it to hopefully come back. 1 eternity later. Oh, there it is. And, oh, it's empty. Oh, let's go up and check. I love minecarts. They're so much fun. And I'm in the correct spot, and all of our goodies are in here. Oh my god. Okay, it works. And trapdoor is a little in the wrong position, but that's fine. Then, well, obviously, we'll probably just keep a minecart there. I do have a little bit of iron. As I was thinking, we can use the shelf. I mean, we could put like a stack of torches in it if we wanted to. I don't have that many torches right now, though. But if I get another one of those, then we can place an extra minecart in here and have a few extra of those in case we want to go down and there's no minecart in here. And oh, I'm just super happy that this works. I mean, we could add on to this, especially with the new copper golem. I'm really excited to see if I can figure out some multi-item sorters. I built those in the past in my first hardcore world on this channel, and well, it was not my design. I don't think I even barely remotely understand how it works, but I feel like with these little guys, I could make a multi-item sorter that I actually sort of understand. Or maybe that's something we do, because like we have a lot of space on the backside here. Although before we do that, I definitely need to get a better source of comparators, which means I need to unlock the nether. So then, well, we're 150 days out of that. Now with our chest minecart system working and the storage ready to go, as well as unlocking diamond tools, I'm ready to start tackling some bigger projects. Still got a few days to get through before unlocking enchanting, which is when the real fun starts. but I am really enjoying taking it a little slower than usual and really working through the different stages of the games. But also very excited to get some shiny stuff on my tools to start digging a little faster, because digging deep state takes a while still with diamonds. But thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, thank you to all of my supporters, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.